Cops have been called in to investigate claims that the handmaiden of a tribe living in woods was groomed and is being treated as a slave. It's understood that family members of Kaura Taylor, who is missing from Texas, and worried members of the public raised concerns after watching social media videos shared online. Officers have been sent to visit the Tribe of Three on several occasions in a bid to speak with the 21-year-old who is part of the controversial Kingdom of Kubala tribe. Kora has been camping with the self-styled king, Kofi Ofe, and his wife, Jean Gasho, in Jedburgh since May. A source told how several calls were made to Police Scotland, and her mum back home in America has been urging people to report her daughter to authorities. The insider said, "It is clear from the number of complaints that people are concerned for her welfare." There have been reports that she has been groomed by the husband and wife duo, and people suggest she is now being treated as a slave. Police officers will continue to visit the site to carry out welfare checks and will take any action as appropriate. Kora's mum has been urging people who are concerned to make reports to the police. In a recent interview, the mum of one told how her job is to keep their tent and illegal campsite in woods near Jedburgh clean. She declined to answer earlier this week when asked if she had been groomed by the couple.
Kora, do you think you've been groomed as a youngster by this couple?
Oh wow, more people.
Do you think you've been groomed, Kora?
And there are clearly concerns from your family in America as well. Does that play a part in your thinking?
Again, other people's concerns don't really matter to me because these aren't people who care about me and these aren't people that I care about. The only opinions that matter to me are the family that I have here, the trees, the birds, the creepy crawlies. That's who I'm concerned about, and that's who I know is concerned for me.
Asna, what about your baby? You talk about family, you came here with a baby. You're not concerned about your baby's welfare?
People ask questions about the children of Kubala all the time. That's not really my story to tell. Any child of mine that I give birth to is a child of the Queen's. And any child of hers is also obviously kind of like my second child. I'm like their second mother. So it's a great mystery of who gives birth to the children around here because we obviously practice polygamy. So in our marriage, we all bear children for the Queen. So again, that's just not my story to tell about the children. If you want to know the stories about the children, feel free to ask the King.
But you came to join the group with a baby, so that would have been part of this tribe's baby, would it? That would have been your baby back in America.
Again, any child of mine is the child of the Queen's. So if you want to know anything about the children of Kubala, it's not really my story to tell. But feel free to ask the King.
You're not concerned about the child that you had, the child that you gave birth to. You're not concerned about that baby at all.
Again, your concern matters nothing to me. So it seems like you're more concerned than I am. But any child of the Queen's is a child of mine as well. And I love them all, and I miss them dearly. Obviously, there's no children running around here. So they're all missed very well. But they are in the care of our God. He looks over them, He comforts them, and He reassures them that they will come back. There's no doubt in my mind that all of the children will come back, and they are well taken care of right now.
How on earth did you find your way to Scotland from America?
Yeah, it's actually a very, very divine encounter. The life that I used to live was very hard, a very rough life. I come from a very just rough background, and Yehovah would send me dreams and visions leading me closer and closer to this life, to these people who now I call my family, my husband and my mistress. And I wouldn't trade it for the world.
How did you meet them?
I met them years ago, and I've been knowing them for a lifetime and a lifetime.
How did you meet them?
I met them years ago.
Where?
And I've been knowing them for a lifetime and a lifetime.
Where did you meet
them?
them?
The first encounters that I had with them were in dreams and visions. Before I was revealed a face and a name, Yehovah told me exactly what the head of my life would look like, who he would be, what he stands for, his values, his principles, his physique. And then he revealed his face to me, his name.
How did you get to the UK? By plane?
When? I got to the UK by a very divine form of Transport. I
Plane.
arrived here safely.
Whenabouts?
Safely and unharmed in one piece. That's what matters. All praise be to Yahuwah.
Were you trafficked to the UK?
I don't know anything about trafficking or even how it works or what that has to do with anything. Again, if I wanted to run away right now, you would see me running up this road. If I wanted to run away, I could even run further into those woods because, again, we live in the woods, so it's kind of hard to be held captive.
But are you?
In a tent.
Do you see yourself potentially as a victim of trafficking?
Again, if I was being held captive, I have every mean to free myself.
You don't have to be held captive, though,
first.
in order to have been trafficked. You may have been told that you were coming to the UK for a specific purpose, and maybe that's not how it's turned out. That could also be trafficking. Is that something that you've thought about?
Right. So, again, I don't know anything about trafficking. You're telling me what it is. So you should also be the one to tell me whether or not I've been trafficked, apparently, because you know more than I do. I think you have enough content for the day. Y'all have a nice day.
Kora?
Her family have told of their fears she is being used by the older couple she is living with. Kora's mum previously begged her daughter to return home to Texas. Melba Whitehead, 45, claimed the couple radicalised her daughter online, then helped her travel to the UK without her family's knowledge. Her 1-year-old daughter, who she left Texas with earlier this year, was taken into care by UK authorities and is understood to have been returned to the US to live with relatives. Offa and Gasho have also had several children taken off them by social workers. Earlier this week, a sheriff granted a second eviction order to move the group from council land. They mocked the first eviction notice by moving 20 feet from private land to the council-owned plot earlier this month. Last night, a spokesperson for Police Scotland said, "We are aware concerns have been raised in connection with the welfare of those living on the site. Repeated attempts have been made by officers and partner agencies to engage with those involved. However, no complaint has been received. Officers will continue to engage and address any issues raised."
So Scott, a week on since the Kubala tribe were evicted from private land, they moved on to council land. Where are we now?
So really pleased that obviously we were successful in our court action, and we have now the process for eviction in front of us. So that's been successful in many respects. It's obviously disappointing that they did what they did, and it's just cost us more time and money.
And what will happen now?
So obviously the council officers are in liaison with the sheriff officers. We need to ensure that there's enough availability of sheriff officers, plus police, plus social services. So we are looking to execute the order within the coming days.
So you would expect that the group to be moved off this land in the next couple of days?
I would like to see that, yes, certainly, but as we'll have to work with other landowners as well as the other partners, it could progress into a further week. But do you know what? Scottish winter on the horizon. I don't think it's going to be a comfortable week for them at all.
How difficult has this been for yourself as a councillor? There's obviously a lot of mixed feelings in the community around it. How difficult has that been?
It has been difficult, and I would certainly say it's been a balancing act. The whole time we've had to, work with communities to understand what their concerns are. Some of them are concerns that are maybe figmentations of what they've previously done, this group, and so that's been a real tricky balancing act. But essentially the police have patrolled the area. We've brought in mobile CCTV. We've done everything we can to help the community.
And are you still continuing to try and engage with the tribe?
Absolutely. We will continue to do that. We've had other partners now contact us in the last few weeks with the increased media attention. People have reached out to try and help. Essentially, we are the statutory body as the council, and we will continue to try and provide support. If they don't want it, they don't want it.